Hey everyone, so I've tried to do this as a live on my Facebook page, but unfortunately the signal keeps dropping, and I know we have got severe flood and wind warnings here in Lincoln and Lincolnshire at the moment, so it's going to make it hard. So I'm going to record it and put it on. I apologise. It means that you aren't able to interact with this. I am really sorry, but I tried twice and it kept dropping, and it's more frustrating than anything for you to be watching and then it's stopping and then having to come out and go back in. So I'm recording it and I'll put it out there. And if you have questions, do post them under this video and I will respond to you. I promise I will respond to you as soon as I can. So, realities of family court. So, we have this view of family court as being full of justice. That the truth is what's important, and that as long as you go and you present your evidence, then the right thing will be done. We know that the court's main job is to safeguard the welfare of the children, and you feel really confident that I know the truth of this. I know what's happened. I know that I've got the children's best interests at heart, regardless of what the other parent's doing. I know I have, so everything will be fine. Everything will be okay. So you enter the court arena thinking, it's okay, I don't really want to be here, but it will all work out. It'll be fine. And then shock horror. Truth means very little. Lies tend to win the day, and you are suddenly public enemy number one. Now, that's a pretty commonplace. So what I want to talk about in this one is practicalities of family law. So we're going to start at the very, very beginning, in as much as when you go to court. So you get your letter. You get your letter with your court date on, and it will have a time for you to attend. So you turn up at said time, you get yourself all prepared, you look smart, you've got all your evidence, you pretty much know what you want to get across. So you arrive at the time or before the time, so you're ready, you're all prepared, and you go in and you tell them you're here for this, or you're giving me however you want to announce yourself, and they tell you to go and take a seat. So you go to the designated area and you take a seat thinking, okay, I've got about 10 minutes. I arrived a bit early. That's fair enough. Okay, so you get a bit nervous because you're going into court. And the ex arrives with their entourage of barristers and lawyers and friends and family, that everyone there, like it's a day out. And you're in this cramped space with them, but you think, okay, well, I've only got sort of 10 minutes, so I'll grin and bear it. It's not very nice and very uncomfortable, but it'll be okay. We'll go in soon. But you don't. The clock ticks on, and you could be waiting hours, because the reality is that the time that you're given is very rarely the time that you'll go in. You could be waiting literally hours. So I guess the first practical thing is take something to drink and take something to eat. Just snacks. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily take a whole picnic with you, but something that you may not want to eat. You're probably too nervous, but if you're going to be there for hours, be prepared. I was a Girl Guide, so I'm all about being prepared. So just have them there, just to put your mind at ease. Car parking. Park somewhere that ideally you pay on the way out, rather than have to pay a set amount when you go in. Because the last thing you want is to be running out of car parking and not knowing, have I got time to go and put more money in the car park, or are they going to call me in, and then thinking I'm going to get a ticket. So ideally think about that. Think about the car park that you pay on the way out. Also, you are going to be waiting in an area with them. So think about taking someone with you. Now, if you want someone to go into the courtroom with you, you do have to ask permission for that if it's a friend or a family member. It's the court's then discretion if they allow that. But they can still wait outside with you. So even if they aren't allowed to go into the courtroom, they can wait outside with you. And when you're in that environment, it's probably for the best. But take someone who isn't too feisty, isn't going to get into a scrap with them, outside, because that won't go in your favour. Take someone who will keep you calm and focused on you, reassure you, and forget about them. So that's a really good thing, having someone with you there just to focus you, keep you on track and not get distracted by that. If you're taking someone in with you, obviously you can have your legal team or Mackenzie friend. You can even have an IDVAR, someone from the domestic abuse service, who can go in with you. Someone from the domestic abuse service can't speak, but they can prompt you in as much as, say, you've got a list of things you want to talk about. They can nudge and point, so just to keep you on track. So that's a really good thing. And honestly, just being there, because what tends to happen is you're sat next to them. Certainly here in Lincoln, you can be sat right next to your ex, which is really uncomfortable when you're both making statements about one another. So just having someone there as a buffer can be an amazing thing for you, can really make a difference, because they will have people their side. So having someone, whether it, like I say, if you're self-representing, do see if you can get someone, if they're a professional, or petition the court beforehand to allow someone to come in with you, because that buffer can be really powerful and really helpful for you. I would make a list. If you are self-representing, make a list of the points that you want to cover, succinct as possible. You know it all in there. You know the detail in there. You just need a prompt. So don't write yourself an essay that you've got to read, because it's less genuine. Prompts. So bullet points of the things you want to cover. And then you can look at it and be, okay, and then you speak very genuinely. You speak about something that has happened. You are not just reading it. Also be aware that the other person will make lies about you in front of you, unfabricated. It's not a case of you immediately being able to respond. You can't say, well, that's a downright lie, because you will get told off by the judge, and enough of them and it will go against you. So my advice is, make a note, take a pen with you, scribble down the points that you want to make. So then you can ask, if they don't give you it, you can say, can I respond to what they've just said? And then again, go through your points so that you are able to respond to whatever it is that they've said. You can try and remember it, but you won't be able to, because there'll probably be quite a few. Once you get past 2 or 3, which they will, you'll have forgotten all of them. So make a note. In terms of what will actually happen, a lot of it is down to you. And I don't mean that in... You obviously have your legal side, you have your case to put forward, and if you've been working with a solicitor, hopefully they've done a good job of putting that together for you. But it is down to how you present yourselves in many ways, because remember that they've created this narrative, and so you being prepared on a personal level is what is going to make the difference for you. And this is why we've developed our Get Court Ready program, because I was hearing time and time again from people that I was working with how their natural response to the situation of anger and frustration and fear and upset was being completely misinterpreted by the court and by other professionals as being abusive or difficult or overly emotional or unstable, when actually it's natural and normal reaction. So we really wanted to create something that would prepare you. This isn't about your legal side. Go to a solicitor or a Mackenzie friend for that. They really will help. You get the right one, they will help. This is about you preparing, and people underestimate that, but actually it is your powerfulest weapon. And I'm genuinely not saying that. This is what has come up time and time again in the work that I do. And so the Get Court Ready is all about mentally preparing you for what you are about to go through. It's about turning your weaknesses into strengths. It's about changing the narrative. It's about presenting the best version of the case, not just in terms of the facts, but in how it's delivered, and a lot more besides. And it is the price of a solicitor for 1 hour, and it's 6 individual modules. We're offering to 10 people the chance to work one-to-one with me through each of the 6 modules. Have a call with me every week for an hour, go through each of the modules, talk about what's going on in that particular place for you, and I will present the support that we would offer, and we can iron out exactly what's best for you moving forward. Now, from your point of view, you're getting an hour of my time, you're getting all the resources that will be available. You're also going to get free access to the course at the end of it. From your point of view, you are giving yourself the upper hand in this. You are bypassing what is essentially tripping you up at the moment, because you go in with this either disillusioned view of what family court is, or the opposite. You go in not trusting and believing, and therefore you've already kind of decided it's not going to work, and you're very resistant to the process, which again can really hold you back. So the Get Court Ready package is all about how you get ready. It is not the legal side. I want to make that clear. If that's what you want, then look for legal counsel. What we're talking about is you getting ready. And this is 100% because of the work that I do. It's what's come up time and time again as a thing that's tripping people up, the thing that is stopping them from getting contact, the thing that is stopping them from having the relationship with their children. And so this package is going to make a difference. It is going to give you that confidence to approach this. So if you are interested, you head to thenurturingcoach.co.uk and it's Get Court Ready. You will see it is on the menu bar. So go and check it out. Like I say, 10 places for 6 one-to-one sessions with myself, free access to the court and to all the resources available for the price of a solicitor for 1 hour. It is a bargain. I'm not just saying that because it is the best money that you will spend on your court appearances. So